Hello students, welcome you all in your online classroom once again. Students, today our topic is Industrial Revolution, the second part of our chapter. In the previous video, I discussed the meaning of Industrial Revolution, the features and the causes for the rise of Industrial Revolution in the England. Now in today's video, I will discuss the impact of the Industrial Revolution. Under the impact, the first point is decline of feudalism and rise of capitalism. With the dawn of Industrial Revolution, the feudal landlords lost their economic and political influence. So, when the Industrial Revolution started, the feudal landlords they lost their economic and political influence, means the economic and political power which the feudal landlords earlier had. They lost it due to the Industrial Revolution because it was gone now in the hands of the capitalist. Now the capitalists, who were the rich persons, who were the owners of the factories, they have the now economic and political influence. So in this way, feudal landlords lost their economic and political power. It was gone in the hand of the capitalist. Second is expansion of trade and commerce. To earn more profit, the industrialized countries means in the countries where industrial revolution was there, like the England, Germany, France, USA, etc., needed cheap raw material and new market to sell their products. Now there were the two demands were there. First of all, the industrialized nations wanted cheap raw material, and secondly, they wanted a new market to sell their products. So they traded with the other countries of the world. Mainly they traded with the Asian and African countries to get the cheap raw material for their factories, and they also get the new markets to sell their products, and it resulted in the expansion of overseas trade and the commerce. Third is the factory system of production. Now the factory system of production replaced the domestic system of production. Domestic system of production means when the family members produce the things with the help of the simple tools. Now it was replaced by the factory system. Now the things are produced in the factories. Fourth is the rise of middle class. Firstly, there were the classes, owners were there, workers were there. Owners now become the capitalists who earn more and more profit. Now, between the capitalists and the workers, a new class emerged, that is the middle class. And middle class consists of skilled workers, managers, clerks, accountants and others. So see, all these type of workers, these were consisted in the middle class. So this was a new class emerged between the capitalist and the workers. Fifth is the economic and social disparity. Economic and social disparity means when there is a much more gap between the rich and the poor, that is called the economic and social disparity. The capitalists earned a lot of profit on the labor of the working class. अब देखो जो कैपिटलिस्ट थे, they earned a lot of profit. How they earned a lot of profit? On the labor, means on the hard work of the working class. And working class get only minimum wages. Minimum wages, as much wages which was even not fulfilled their basic requirements. Even they did not get the wages which fulfilled their basic requirements. So in this way, capitalists earned a lot of profit on the labor, on the hard work of the working class, who in return got minimum wages. It resulted in economic and social inequality. Inequality means the richer become more and more richer and poorer become more and more poorer. So in this way, economic and social disparity emerged after the during the Industrial Revolution. Urbanization means the migration of people from the villages to the cities. The mass migration, mass means when thousands of people hundreds of people. The mass migration of people from rural areas to urban areas took place. So during the industrial revolution, mass migration हुआ लोगों का from the rural to the urban areas because of the unemployment. क्योंकि क्या था, unemployment था, बेरोजगारी थी. कहाँ पर? In the agriculture sector. Firstly, the people who got the employment in the agriculture sector, now due to the mechanization of the agriculture sector, they become unemployed, so they migrated to the urban areas. Division of labor means when a person got a work in which he or she is perfect, in which the person has full perfection, that one work is given to a person, that is called the division of labor. In factories, people were assigned the task according to their skills. तो जो लोग क्या देखो उनको वर्क मिल रहा है according to their skill, the people got the work according to their skill. It was useful in producing quality product. तो जो person जिस वर्क में एब्सेंट होगा, मैनेजर है, वो मैनेजिंग मीन्स ही हैड लीडिंग कैपेसिटी, वर्कर्स हैं, लेबरर्स हैं, ओनली दे कैन डू मैनुअल वर्क्स. ओके, तो इन दिस वे द पर्सन हु इज स्किल्ड इन ए पर्टिकुलर जॉब, ही गेट दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्क. तो इट वाज यूजफुल एंड इट वाज वेरी यूजफुल इन प्रोड्यूसिंग क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट्स. 8th, harsh living condition in cities. Now देखो, people who migrated from the villages to the cities. Now there are harsh conditions in the cities. First of all, the new industrialized cities grow unchecked and unplanned. Unchecked थी cities, unplanned थी because people started to build the houses near the industries. People started to build the houses near the industries, outside the industries, and they emerged into the cities which were unchecked and unplanned. And these cities become overpopulated. तो ये overpopulated है यहाँ पर. Slum areas grew. Slum areas क्या होते हैं? If you watch the news nowadays, maybe you have listened about the Mumbai slum areas where a lot of victims of the coronavirus are there. So in this way, slum areas grow there where the living conditions are very hard, unhygienic conditions are there. There is a rapid spreading of diseases, and due to these epidemics in London was spread during the 1803 to 1846, and thousands of people belonging to these slums areas lost their lives because there were the unhygienic conditions. It was crowded, it was overpopulated, no proper facility, drainage facility is there, no clean water is not available there. So in this way, when there is a spread of epidemics in the London during the 1803 to 1846, thousands of people belong to slums, they lost their lives. So in this way, there was a very harsh conditions to live in these new cities. Exploitation of workers. Now workers are exploited by their owners, by the capitalist. Workers were given low wages. और workers के लिए काफी minimum wages थे. They worked in inhuman working conditions. Inhuman means there was no safety requirement. There was if there was accidental prone area, no safety measures were there in the case of any accident. So they worked in inhuman working conditions, did not have job security. Job security भी नहीं थी. Anytime they can be fired. Work for as long as 16 hours, even 16 hours तक work कर रहे हैं वो लोग. No compensation in case of any injury or death. कभी किस टाइम पे किसी को इंजरी होती है, कोई डेथ होती है, but they not provided any type of compensation by the owners. So in this way, the workers were exploited by the owners, by the capitalists. Next is the child labor. Now children worked for extremely low wages. Owners were ready to given the work to the children. Why? Because children did the work at a very low wages, and labor who were the parents of the children, the labor class, they also brought their children to the factories because after them. There was no any school requirement, education system was not there for the children, so it was better for the people to brought their children to the factories, and children worked there at a very low wages. And at that time there was no government law to protect them. तो उस टाइम पर कोई गवर्नमेंट लॉ नहीं था to protect the children from this child labor. Formation of trade unions. Now the exploitation of workers led to various protests by the workers. Now after some time, when the workers aware about their rights, so there was a protest by the workers. The workers formed their labor unions. अब उन्होंने देखा अपनी यूनियंस बनानी है. They formed their own organizations to protect the rights and interests of the workers. Now when the workers are aware about their rights and interests, they formed their trade unions and they made some demands before the capitalists. And demands were, some of the demands were increase of minimum wages. So minimum wages increase किया जाए, better working conditions will be there, ensure owners listen to the complaints of workers. ये श्योरिटी हो कि अगर कोई कंप्लेंट है वर्कर्स को, then owners must listen to them. रिटायरमेंट एंड हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज, रिटायरमेंट के टाइम पर एंड हेल्थ केयर, अगर कोई हेल्थ की कोई इश्यूज है, then the services must be provided to the laborers. So these are the some demands of the laborers of the trade unions. Then after a long struggle, factory laws were implemented. So after, it was not easy to get these demands from the owners, from the capitalists, because they wanted to earn more and more profit. But after a long struggle, factory laws were implemented by the government. Next is the socialism and communism. Socialism and communism arose as a reaction against capitalism. तो capitalism के against socialism and communism arose. Philosophers like Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels advocated a classless society. A classless में जो उनको कोई भी क्लास ना हो, ना कि ओनर है ना कि वर्कर है, ठीक है. A classless society in which means of production would be collectively owned. जैसे means of production है, distribution है, profit earning है, it must be the share of whole of the society. पूरी society का share होना चाहिए. That is called the socialism and the communism. And Karl Marx and the Friedrich Engels, these are the two main advocates of the socialism and the communism. Students, today we read about the impact of the Industrial Revolution. In this, I discuss decline of feudalism and rise of capitalism, expansion of trade and commerce, factory system of production. Next is the rise of middle class, economic and social disparity, urbanization, then division of labor, harsh living conditions in cities, exploitation of workers. Next is the child labor, formation of trade unions, socialism and communism. So in this way, impact this part is ended. Next part is about the imperialism. That is the last part of our chapter, and our chapter will be completed. Students, hope you are studying at your home. Please stay at your home. Be healthy. Take care. Goodbye all of you.